I was one of the scoundrels that opposed the project back in the early 60s, and we thought that the city council was trying to pull one over on us. So as it turned out, we were wrong, and I love this place. I appreciate being nominated. It means more than you ever know. That's my favorite spot right out there. And I haven't been able to surf much for the last couple of years, but I'm down here quite a bit, and just keeping in touch. It's really an honor to be mentioned along with all these other guys. Thanks, whoever chose me. Thanks. All right,
our life is just been blessed by all the people, all of you that have been a part of it in such a personal way. And I was telling Skip and Donna, I saw the best surfing in my whole life next to watching the Nueva at the jetty. But it was in 1966 when they had the first World Surfing Contest in Obi. I don't know how many of you remember that, but Skip's Braden and our Eric were born in the middle of that contest. And so one night when Eric was about 2 weeks old, and I think Braden was she was 13 days old, we came down here one night and out surfing was Mike Hinson, Skip Fry, Midget Farrelly, and David Nueva. And I saw the best surfing I've ever seen in my whole life, right here. So at any rate, thank you all for honoring Gordon and Smith and Larry Gordon. It's been just an awesome ride, let me tell you. And next year it'll be 50 years that he's made surfboards. So.
And the second honoree is Larry's partner when they started, Floyd Smith, although he got out of the business early, certainly recognizable. And I know, is anybody here from Floyd Smith and family? I know he lives up in the Northwest. So the third honoree is Mike Hinson. And we try to get a hold of Mike, and I think he's at a paddle out for someone that passed away recently. But Mike Hinson, because of his involvement with getting Tourmaline passed with the city council, but more importantly, putting San Diego and San Diego on the map by being one of the 2 featured surfers in the first movie, Endless Summer.
Yeah.
The fourth honoree is Bobby Challenger Thomas, Challenger Surfboards. And without further ado, I know he's chomping at the bit to come up. Bobby Challenger Thomas.
You know, I really want to thank all of you people for coming down. What these people have done here is probably one of the most unique things that's been done since the park. And I want to give a special thanks to Greg Miller, Tom Davis, John Pruitt, Jeff Grant, Glenn Pacuba, and Sherry Miller for their efforts. And a special thanks to Donna Fry for guiding these people through this process to where we all can come down here. Like I have my children and my grandchildren here today, being able to have third generations to be able to come down here and see where we all grew up at and raised a lot of hell out here with the city lifeguards. So again, thank you all for coming, and bless all your pea-picking hearts.
And I have to add, to this day, Bobby remains a champion surfer in his age group in California, one of the best.
That's right.
I want to be 90 and surf like you. And of course, the next honoree, Skip Fry. Come on up, Skip.
All right.
Well, thank you very much. Just to be honored here in this way is pretty special. go back to, 43 years, whenever it was, when I got up here in the same spot and accepted this surf park, which is one of the only surf parks really in California, but probably in the world for that matter. And standing up here in my 50th year of surfing, this is my golden year, so it's a special year for me. So you've seen me a little more in the water this year than normal, because I'm just soaking it up, you know. Hard to believe 50 years went by. Where'd it go? But this canyon, as some of the history has been proclaimed today, it goes way back to the days of Hadji and Bud Caldwell and, you know, the old guys, Skeeter Malcolm. Now, these guys are the Tailgaters, but the original tailgater and the purveyor of Aloha spirit like nobody I've ever seen was Skeeter Malcolm. He'd have his tailgate open down here every morning after surfing with Hawaiian music or big band music playing, and the tailgate would be all spread out with pastries and fruit, and anybody who needed a little sustenance was welcome to come in and talk story and refresh themselves with a little nourishment. So I think that's where the Tailgaters actually got their names from, the essence of what Skeeter Malcolm proclaimed. So they've made a bench for him right over here. But he was one of the greatest people or purveyors of the Aloha spirit that ever walked the face of the earth. So those guys, you know, way back, this wave had kind of a flavor like Waikiki or San Onofre that was really conducive to the big boards and everything. When I first started, the Kanakas, they actually were a group of guys. A couple of them are here today, Bobby Hine, and I'm sure Cerrone's around here somewhere. And they kind of took me in. See, I lived on the other side of 5, so I was kind of an inland guy, you know. Inland guys, Claremont guys, Bay Park guys were kind of, you know, I don't know, you know. But they brought me in and accepted me and helped me in those early days when I was first started to get me going. So I really have to give a lot of credit to them for my initial days in the sport, you know. And I got to tell you, I'm having as much fun today as I ever had the first time I stepped on a board. And a lot of it has to do with the people that surround me. And probably the most important person, and she had to go to some other functions, was Donna Fry, my wife. I would never be where I'm at today as a person or as a surfer without her support. She has supported me wholeheartedly in my lifestyle and my love for surfing ever since I met her 30 years ago. So I got to give her some of the most props. And then the other one who was up here just a few minutes ago, Larry Gordon. He was a mentor. He taught me the basics of shaping back in the early 60s. Also as a spiritual mentor, kind of led me on the path toward God, which is a very, 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 very important part of my life. So I could not stand up here and not give respect and due to Larry Gordon for the position that he's the person and the position that he had me in his shop, and just the influence he was in my life. So anyhow, I just want to thank the Tailgaters and everybody here. I've gotten so many good feelings and encouragement and everything, and hopefully I give that back sometimes. Sometimes I'm in a rush to get in the water, so I might be a little tight. But anytime I can help anybody, or if you need something or some information or some knowledge about surfboards, just feel free to pull me aside if you can, and I'll be glad to help. So thank you very much for the honor and just for everything. Aloha.